Hello everybody, my name is Ungar, and welcome back to Ungar's Apocalyptic World on Roblox. As you've seen in my last video, I gave you a tour of how the game worked in the actual Roblox, but today we're in Roblox Studio, the editor, and we're just going to be taking a quick tour around, showing you the basics, and then in the later parts of the video, we're going to be talking about my main game, Entity Infestation, and some important news about that. So, the first thing that's pretty important to Roblox Studio is camera movement, because obviously if I was stuck like this, I can't really reach anything beyond this part, which is majority of the map. So first, to just like move camera forward and all these different ways, W for forward, A for left, D for right, S for backwards. I'm not sure if these are the keys for all of you guys, but I haven't changed mine, so I guess this is a default. So unless you somehow changed yours and didn't realize you did, they should work. And then for rotating, you want to hold down right click and then just drag your mouse if you're on a mouse. If you're not on a mouse, I am terribly sorry. I have no idea because I've never gone into the editor without my mouse. Okay, so now that you know how to move around, you might want to make some stuff. So, to make things, what you're gonna do is click this button right here, the part button. This will spawn a part. If you click this down arrow here, you can spawn a ton of different shapes, but we're just gonna go with the basic block for now. As you can see, there's these weird dots around them. I'll get into that for a second. But the select tool, if let's just say I've accidentally hit the ground or hit something else over here, I wanted to get back to this. Left click the select tool, and then left click the item you want to select. That will select it. Then if you left click the move tool, you can move it around. Left click the scale tool, you can scale it in all these different directions. Then the rotate tool is pretty obvious, but you can rotate it around. Yeah, so those are those. So once you've gotten it in the right shape, you might be thinking, I don't really like the color and the material on it. How do I change that? So just use any one of these, mainly more commonly, you might be using the select tool to just select it, and you'll see that this popped up on the side of my screen. Now this is all the properties of this thing that I have selected. So if we go to the first box, this is the color. We have all these different colors to choose from. Let's just go with a nice blue for now. Casting shadows, that'll just turn on and off the shadows. Here you can just have more colors, and then your material here gives you like all these different things that you can use and put on it. Let's just keep this on neon for now because that looks pretty cool. Yeah, so that is really the majority of what you're gonna want to need to know. And next, you might be seeing this box down here. Now, all these numbers, they might look important, but the size changes with the rotate, the scale tool, not the rotate tool. So there's really no reason to be playing around with these numbers when you could just click this, then click this. Position and orientation, rotate, move. The only reason I ever use this is the rotate is only in like quite large motions, as you can tell. So you might want to just change this up a little bit and have it to be like 3. Or, well, that probably weren't able to tell, but like, let's say 15. Just to slightly slant it a little. And then also, if you wanted to just touch the land, I think, yeah, you can just select and it'll automatically rotate to fit the land around it as best as it can. You might want to play around with this a little bit, but this should give you a basic understanding of how this shape works. It does not really like sides that much. It does not like steep slopes. So now once you're done with that, and then you might be not really good at modeling and stuff, and you're like, I wish there was a better way to do this. There's this fancy button up here that activates this toolbox. Now, if we search house on this toolbox, grab this classic house, we can just left click, drag in, boom, house, already done for us. Then you can freely add on to it, but yeah, this is very important. I use this a lot. You can see all these buildings and things that you can grab. You can even grab like weapons and things. Let's say we want a sword. We want to have like a gladiator-esque arena. Yeah, we can put a sword in. This is very important. I wouldn't say 99%, but for dramatic effect, I'll say 99% of these all have viruses on them. So if it pops up with it, something includes scripts, obviously for like damaging it and animations. So 2, it's not likely that they have a script, but you're going to want to open this, and then these things, this right here, this and this are scripts. So you're going to want to open these, take a look inside, look for anything that's like, I don't really know how Roblox works that much. I have never coded, I just use the free code, but like, give Robux to XXX, like the creator, steal your Robux, or teleport you to another room or something. Look for viruses, because it's not fun to get viruses. I would not know, because I've never had a virus, but I'm gonna guess that you're not gonna want a virus. Now, the next thing we can do is right here, there's this editor right here, which is a terrain editor. Why did I say terrain? I meant to say terrain. So I don't really use this bar much. Neither do I use this bar much, because most of these are right here. I do use this a good amount. We have our grow tool, which I use a good amount, to make like little hills and things. So this is pretty useful. Then you have your erode tool. If you make a hill a bit too big, you can sort of flatten it out with the erode tool. And then one of my favorites, the paint tool. Now, down here, you've got all your materials. You can just select, let's say we want just some ground, and we can make like a muddy, sort of groundy hill here with the paint tool and the grow and stuff. So you can make a good amount of stuff with all this terrain editing. That's how I did like all this terrain and things. You've also got the flatten, which just sort of should flatten stuff out. You got the smooth, which will smooth it out, and add, subtract, all these other things. But the main things I use are grow, erode, and paint. So you're going to be using these a lot probably. You can also just go straight to like this for the materials. You can go straight to these if you don't want to repaint them. But they sort of do this thing where some of them have like cubes and things on them. So I don't really play around with this much. I usually just go normal grass. Because I mean, if you want cubes that have materials, why not just, add a part? But anyway, now we've got through most of this. So there is a few more things I want to talk about. Number one is, you've probably seen this before. This is the Explorer. You can scroll through this to find all the items in your thing. Let's say we wanted to select some trees. You can click on here. That'll just select one tree. If you press Shift and select one, then select another, that'll select all these in between there. And then you can move them all at once. You can scale them all at once. And you can just look through for like individual parts. So this is very helpful. Something else that is quite helpful is the collaborate button up here. So this thing will allow you to sort of add all your friends and all your coding buddies to come in here and edit, or maybe just play the game. So here are some of my friends, and obviously me up here at the top on the owner. And yeah, this is very important. You just type their username or their group in there, and then you just click. And for me at least, they all have to be friends to be able to edit. So just keep that in mind before you try and do that. Now, another thing that is really important is the game settings. Now, I have not opened this in a little while, so I really hope this doesn't leak all my personal information and settings to get into this game. But hey, if it does, you'll never know, because I'll delete the recording. But if it doesn't, you'll see me speaking about this right now. So let's just go on ahead and click it. So far, so good. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so let's go. Basic info, name, description, pretty simple stuff. You can also like export screenshots that you have. I just went into the game and just screenshotted some stuff. You can put all of that in the screenshots and videos, and then the icon. This is the main thing that'll appear for your game, like how you see all the images on the home page of Roblox. This is what will appear, and then once you click on the game, it'll scroll through some of the screenshots and images of the game. I'm going to skip these three for pretty obvious reasons. Figure these out on your own. I almost said on yourself. Not very proper English. But yeah, I'm not going to go through permissions, monetization, or security. What's down here? Oh yeah, so here you can shut down servers if you want to have your game be updated and you can't find any servers because everyone's already in there and they just won't leave. You can just shut down this. I've not used this, and I've not used this, but these look pretty self-explanatory. Enable collaborative editing. Enables collaborative editing for scripts. Enables spectacle voice, allows voice-eligible users to use voice chat within your experience. So, pretty self-explanatory. World, you can just do presets, gravity, jump, walk, slope. Pretty self-explanatory stuff, but this is just how high you jump when you click the space bar, how fast you walk, what the angle of the slope you can go up is, and the gravity. Avatar, it's just like whatever avatars the players can play as. Choose their own choice. This thing, full classic, classic scale, default, and then all the different avatar sort of things. I have not played around with this at all. It looks pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, scale, width, height, body part, proportion, all this different stuff. I don't want to explain everything because that would sort of break the fun of it, and this obviously don't want to make the video 1 hour explaining basic things. So go in, experiment, explore, remember to check scripts for viruses. That is a very important thing. But all of this, there is not, I believe, nothing bad. No viruses can be installed from here. Unless you already have a virus that affects this. I think I'm going to be done here. I am not sure about these 5 regarding personal information and stuff. I might do a sequel video. I probably will when I just go in and start making some stuff. I'll have like a 1-minute thing going like, oh, I looked this over. This is what I can do. So check the channel. There might be a video if you're seeing this in like a week or 2 after I post it. The next video, me going through this, and I might do these if it's possible. But like I said, I don't want the video to get too long. I have Entity Infestation to talk about, and nothing really bad can happen here. And obviously, experiment, have fun, explore. I guess save. Well, yeah, I believe that is majority of the stuff I did want to go over. Oh yes, there was one thing I forgot in the editor here. So, you might see these two walls here, and you may be thinking, where are the other walls? They're there, but they are invisible. This is something that might be really important for your game, and really important for mine as well, because I don't want people walking around out here. So this is the edge of the map. So we can just select this. This box down here, transparency, 0 means there is no transparency at all, and the further you go up, it'll slowly get more and more invisible until just gone at 1. So you can play around with that to make some invisible stuff, maybe some ghosts, some cool things there. Another thing that I almost forgot that's also really important is the anchor tool. If you do not have this selected, buildings that are made out of multiple bricks or just things like this, they'll topple over, collapse, break apart. So you want to make sure they're anchored so that they cannot move and they cannot collapse. Unless you want like let's say we wanted these pipes to be able to, you want to blow these pipes up. Don't anchor them, and then the second anything hits them, they'll collapse. But there's definitely some things you're going to want anchored. Obviously, like buildings and stuff, if they're not anchored, they'll literally just fall apart and collapse. But yeah, I believe that is it for the Roblox Studio part of the video. So now with all this information in hand, I'm just going to show you an example of me using it, and I'm going to build a little shed for this weapon down here in the end of the forest area of the map, while talking about some of the new entity infestation information. There's definitely a lot to cover, so I'll keep it simple. Don't want to spoil everything, but the way the map has gonna be working is entirely changed. And I almost just forgot this. I just do it out of habit, so you guys probably know, but Control-C, Control-V, you can copy parts. Very, very helpful. So let's just copy this part. Let's get to building that shed while I talk about entity infestation. If you're confused about what I'm doing right now, go back a little bit. I believe everything that I've used has been covered in this video, but in case it hasn't, go take a look further back. I'm really not sure if everything has or has not been covered. I really hope so, but like I said, I'll go back, I'll look. I'm also making a Discord, which should be out soon, so if you guys need any help on anything, I'll answer it there, and then in future videos, I'll just spend like a minute at the beginning of the video covering anything I missed in earlier videos. So like I said, if you're watching this like a week ahead and I've posted another video, please go take a look at that. That might be quite helpful if you need something. But yeah, let's get right to base building and right to entity infestation talking about. Okay, so entity infestation, the survival horror exploration game I'm developing based on the Backrooms. What is happening? What's going on? So you may or may not know, but I put it in a community post, I think. Yeah, community post, I think. This is not even. That the map is gone. The map showcase I did a little while ago, it's completely gone, scrapped, deleted, forever. Now, the reason for this is it was insanely laggy to like ungodly extents of lag, and it was just bad. It was real bad. So, what did I do to fix it? Procedurally generating the map in small parts. It's going to be more like a dungeon style of a game now, where you're only going to be in one room at a time. You open a door, a new room will generate, then the door closes behind you, and the old room ungenerates. Yeah, I know. Very creative. If there's some better way to solve it, I'll try in the future, but I think this will work, and I also sort of really like the idea quite a bit. So we're using it. Did not select that wall. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. There's also been a lot of new, I guess you could say, how would I put this? New map decorations. Not really decorations, but like parts. New sections of the map. Some of them weren't working for some odd reason with what was already in the game, so I ended up scrapping them and made new ones. So the corner wall, which I previously covered a while back, and I think the second devlog, deleted it, made a new one, made it more fancy. There's also going to be like window parts and door parts, more stuff, because I was just realizing the more and more scroll through YouTube and see how the backrooms is lame and everything, I wanted to make it more unique, more original, more fun. Mainly more fun, because honestly, it was made by an anonymous user, so it's not like there's any copyrights to it or anything. It also is pretty unique. I hope you guys think it's unique. I'd say it's pretty cool with the way the map's working and stuff, like a dungeon style. And also the fact that yeah, it pretty much checks all the boxes in those categories. So the last thing to do was make it more fun. Now, how to make it more fun? Exploring empty stuff isn't really that fun. So the most basic, simple way to do something like that: add stuff to the map. Add decorations. Add interactable items. So, not interactable items yet, but more in the form of, like, tables and chairs, and there's, like, shelves. There's some stuff. There's some pretty cool stuff. So that will hopefully be pretty fun, at least definitely a lot more fun than empty hallways. And we'll also give the opportunity for the content update, which will hopefully add like maybe some puzzles and the interactable items, so like foods and water and maybe like sanity regenerations, band-aids to heal you when I add monsters that don't instantly kill you. Because, yeah, I think the main thing of the backrooms is it's all about the feeling of loneliness, of being alone. So cramming it with monsters and having to run a lot of the times, it kind of takes away from that factor. But then at the same time, if you're just walking and there's nothing to do, it's not fun. So how about adding puzzles? Like, let's say there's a door with some food behind it and you're starving, but the door's locked. You see a wire heading out from the door that heads into the next room over here. Go into that room, and there's a lever. You have to pull the lever, then the door opens. Simple puzzles. Maybe like some two-step puzzles. Maybe there's a key hidden in a room that you need to find to open a door. Some little simple puzzles to keep you going, to collect the items you need to survive, and just make the game a little more fun, a little less forgettable. Yeah, that's what we doing. That is my plan. If you guys have any better ideas, then, like I said, Discord soon. So I guess you could talk about them there in the Entity Infestation suggestions thing. I'm not sure what to call it yet. I've never made a Discord server before. So please join. Give me advice if you have any. I believe that's all for today's video. That's all I've covered. Or need to cover in the script I made. Because another thing that I keep forgetting, even though I have like all of this on a script, this is why I made the script, is the videos, they're mainly just me saying, and figuring out what to do for a while. So to try and make them better, more enjoyable, more action-packed, and just overall, like a better experience for all of you, is, shorter, more action-packed videos. That's my thought, because I don't want to have you guys sitting here for 3 hours waiting for me to think of what to say next. So they're not necessarily scripts, but more like things, more like points of interest. Like, I wrote for the Roblox studio, I have like, talk about select, move, rotate tools up here, talk about the parts in the toolbox, talk about the random generation and entity infestation, just some stuff like that. Like I've said, I think this is the 3rd time now. If there's anything I missed or you need help with, first check the Discord server, then if enough people are asking, I'll probably put it in the next video, in like the first minute or two, going over stuff that I missed or that people really wanted in the first minute of my next videos. And I will only be posting a video once a week, usually on the weekends, since I've got school all the time. Because like I said, a ton of Ungar saying all the time isn't really that enjoyable. And you guys probably have other YouTubers you're watching. You got school, you got work. I don't know what you got going on, but definitely not like 5 videos a week of me saying is very enjoyable. So hopefully this will add to a better Ungar experience for all of you. If it's not, like I said, Discord, I will be there. My friends will be there. Everyone will be there. So if you have Discord, you want to chat with me, you want to chat with fellow Ungar enjoyers, whatever you want to do, the Discord is most likely the place for that. So, I've been dragging this outro on for a while now, but I think that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will hopefully be seeing you all in the next video. Goodbye!